Hey guys, so sorry for the weird lighting, but my husband is downstairs with the kids right now, so I thought I'd hurry and film this update because I'm already 2 days late. It is Friday. I was supposed to film this Wednesday, but we have had a busy week. My son had eye surgery on both eyes on Tuesday, so that was kind of a lot. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was taking care of him. He's doing fine right now. He's just in the healing process, but I did not take care of myself at all. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I didn't take my vitamins, didn't drink my water. I just was focused on him. And anyway, and then also yesterday, on Thursday, we got a phone call to take another infant. If you watched my last video about the baby, they had called us to take in that had disappeared. They were able to locate that. They were able to locate him, but he was in another state, and they had family there, and so they opened a CPS case in that state, and they're keeping him with family, which is great. So he's all safe and sound. We were no longer worrying about him or stressing about him. But we got another phone call yesterday for another baby asking if we'd pick the baby up from the hospital today, and we said sure. So last night it was a lot of like just I don't know. It's always really like anxiety inducing whenever we get a phone call for a placement. And so I put all my anxiety into like cleaning. So I was like deep cleaning the bottom floor. We cleaned the main floor of the house, the living room, kitchen, dining room, the entryway. Like we were just cleaning because I just needed to put my energy into something. And then I was also making like a list of all the things we needed because my children are 3 and 4. I don't have any like newborn stuff. So there's all the stuff you have 9 months to like plan for and get. I have a day. So I was making kind of lists of all the things like we needed right away. But then the caseworker called me today and said, no, there was a mix up, because of the situation. They want to keep him an extra day for observation, just to make sure and clear him before he is released from the hospital. And so, which is fine. And there was also a shelter hearing today with the judge where the judge was going to decide like, yes, he was going to come with us, or if he could go safely with a family member. So that was at 11:30, that shelter hearing, and it is now 3:09, and I have not heard from the caseworker. So if it gets to be about 4 and I haven't heard from him, I'm going to message him just because they're off at 5, see if I can get an update on how that shelter hearing went. And also, depending on what the judge says, if we're going to have the baby more for a long-term placement or for a short-term placement. Because that will depend kind of on what I get for the baby, at least right away as well. If we kind of know how long he's going to stay. And that's kind of hard with foster care because sometimes things can change like at the drop of a hat, or things can like stay the same for months and months and years. So it's really frustrating, not frustrating, but like, I don't know. It's just kind of overwhelming. But anyway, so I'm waiting to hear back from the caseworker before I go and buy anything, just to make sure he is going to come with us and we can kind of see how long he's going to be with us, before I go and buy stuff. So that's kind of been a lot of anxiety between yesterday and today. Just waiting on phone calls, getting a little bits of information from the caseworker as things develop in the case, like throughout the day today. So yeah, but I did at least take my vitamins today, my first and second dose so far. I've been better with my water today than I have the last few days. So I just need to keep up for the rest of today, get back on track. But I did my weigh-in on Wednesday. I will put that in here. You need a drink. My last weigh-in was 271.6. So let's see here. Oh. So I lost like a little over 4 pounds. I think it was 4.4 pounds. So I'm really happy about that. So total weight loss is 44 pounds. So I'm really happy about that. I'm feeling a lot better. Again, I'm sleeping a lot better. I don't really see a lot of difference personally, like if I'm just looking at myself in the mirror, but I do notice a difference like in the way my clothes fit. My husband says he sees a difference, which I guess makes sense because he's looking at me. Also, my husband's been losing weight, and like I notice a difference in him. So I guess it makes sense. But, and I have family members, you know, that don't see me every day. So when they do see me, they're like, oh yeah, I see a big difference. So I don't know. But I'm feeling a lot better. So that's good. Another exciting thing that happened. So I've mentioned before, I had PCOS. And sorry, this is going to be about periods. So if you don't want to hear about periods, I guess you can click off here because this is probably going to be the last thing I talk about for this video. But I do not get my periods unless I take medication for it because like I make way too much testosterone, too much androgens. I don't make enough progesterone or estrogen. Like they're just all messed up. And so I believe it was two or 3 weeks after the surgery, I started my period all on my own, and that literally hasn't happened in like, I don't know, years. I couldn't even tell you the last time it's happened unmedicated. So I'm so excited about that. Which might seem weird because I know a lot of girls hate their period, which I don't enjoy it, but the fact that I got it on my own means that what my doctor said about the surgery helping my hormones, like, is true. It's working, so I'm really excited about that. And depending on how my hormones do correct themselves, that could be a sign that because when I don't have normal, because I've gone through fertility treatments and stuff in the past, so when I don't have normal cycles, I'm not ovulating like normal, because I don't make enough luteinizing hormone, like all my hormones are off. So I did get some ovulation tests just so that I can see how those hormones are doing, because even if I'm not necessarily making enough of the hormone yet to actually ovulate, but if I'm making just enough to have like the increase and decrease that you should have in like the middle of your cycle, that again is a sign that like my hormones are starting to like balance and be the way they should be. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so I think that's it for today, guys. We will see what happens. It'll be interesting to see when my next period comes, because that's the other thing, is even when I take medication for my periods, they're like never regular. They're always really off. I've never just had like a normal 28 to 32 day cycle. So I'm kind of excited to see if my period's going to come again, and how long it's going to be. So I don't know. According to like, because I'm tracking my period and just like a period tracker, so according to that, like my ovulation window, if I have like a 30-day say period, because it doesn't have like any other periods to go off of, it's just this one random one, so it just put me at a 30-day period or cycle. So I think it says I should be like my what's it called, your fertile window should, I think, be these next few days. So I think I'm just going to do the ovulation test just to kind of see where I'm at, if it's even reading any of the luteinizing hormone. Yeah, because that's another thing. If my luteinizing hormone does rise and fall, that also should be a good sign that I should get my period. But anyway, that's like a whole big deep thing that a lot of people don't know all the ins and outs of, but because I have PCOS and because I have gone through fertility treatments and had to track all that, like there's just a lot of information up here that about periods that no one really needs to know, but I know them. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, I can give you more detail if you're really interested. But anyways, it's just another good sign that my body is starting to level out. Before my period, I got a really bad like hormonal breakout right here on my cheeks, and I'm a picker, so that's terrible. So I've kind of picked it to death, but it is healing now and going away. Obviously I have makeup on, so that makes it look better, but you can see my acne, my pimples, but that's going away since my period's now over. So yeah, so anyways, that is it for this video. I will check up with you guys next time. Thanks for watching.